So you want to record Apple ProRes 4K log at 60p, and you don't want to draw attention to yourself for whatever reason. Well, then this is the video you've been looking for. The ability to record ProRes at 60p requires an iPhone 15 Pro or Pro Max, which both have the USB-C port on the bottom instead of the Lightning port. The speeds required to do this are faster than the iPhone's internal memory, and even faster than a flash drive plugged into the phone. You will need an SSD drive to be able to sustain the data rate required for ProRes 4K at 60p. Now, this is an external SSD drive. If I were to take this apart, you would see that it's made up of a Kingston M2 2230 1TB SSD inside this enclosure box that has a USB-C male plug. Now, I have already put this together, but it's pretty simple to do yourself. Simply slide the SSD module into the enclosure, secure it with the screw provided, and apply the provided thermal paste stickers on top to help dissipate the heat into the lid of the enclosure. You will want to make sure you leave the back clear, as there is a lip on the lid that needs to go into the back here. And then you're going to press it down and secure the lid using the 2 screws provided. They even provide this high-quality screwdriver, which I really like. This also comes with a magnetic cover for the USB-C plug. It also comes with a lanyard, which doesn't seem very practical to me other than to help you from losing the cover. The next step is to plug this into your computer and to format it as exFAT. Now, this is the U-shaped adapter, which will give you the USB-C male to USB-C female. This adapter is capable of 40 gigabits per second, which is more than enough for what we are doing. The advantage of this particular U-shaped adapter is that it is the perfect size for the Apple fine woven case. This is ideal for me, as I want a solution that allows me to keep the case on. As you can see, it is perfectly flush with the case, and it feels pretty secure with very little wiggle room. You're probably going to be holding it like this, so I think it's perfect for stealth recording. Also, be aware that the SSD is going to get hot, so having your hand over it will actually help with heat dissipation. Now, this phone has been recording for 17 minutes and 48 seconds, and the temperature is 133 degrees Fahrenheit, 56 degrees Celsius. If I press my hand against it, which is almost unbearable, I can bring the temperature down to 115 degrees, 26 degrees Celsius. So having your hand against it will help dissipate the heat a little bit. Now, once you have this set up, you'll want to enable ProRes. You need to go to your camera settings, formats, and you're going to want to enable ProRes. And you're most likely going to want to enable Apple Log as well. Then, when you go to your camera, you will see ProRes crossed out by default. You're going to want to turn it on, and if you want 60, you're going to want to tap here. So now I am recording 4K 60p ProRes in Apple Log. And it's going to the USB-C because I see at the bottom it says USB-C. Now, you are not limited to the camera app. You can use other apps such as the BlackMagic Camera App, which I do highly recommend. The BlackMagic app will give you more options for codecs, and the other advantage is the ability to have a display LUT. This allows you to apply an Apple Log Direct 709 LUT to the display so you can actually see what you are recording instead of the flat washed out log image. Most important is that you need to tell the BlackMagic app where to record to. You need to go to Media, Save Clips to. The default is to record to the internal memory of the phone. What we want is click on Files, go back, Browse, and then here you can see the external drive you have plugged in. I named my external drive iPhone 2 when I formatted it. If you want to, you can even organize your clips into folders. For example, if you are recording clips for Scene 1, you could create a folder called Scene 01. So now you will have all of the files for Scene 1 already in a folder called Scene 01. This is not only a great way to organize your clips, but it's also a great way to make friends with the assistant editors. Once you're done recording, all you need to do is unplug the drive and pop it directly into a laptop and begin editing. Since the U-brackets come in pairs, I would recommend purchasing 2 SSDs and enclosures. This will give you the ability to offload the data of one while you record to the other. Now, if this 1TB SSD was empty, you would get about 73 minutes of record time. However, I will tell you right now that the main limitation is not the size of the SSD, but rather the battery life of the phone itself. Recording ProRes to an external drive uses a lot of power. I would not use this setup to record an interview, for example. You will also lose the ability to plug in a USB-C mic for obvious reasons. Now, once you add a USB-C hub, you are no longer stealth. Now, if you found this information useful, you can use my Amazon affiliate links in the description below. It doesn't cost you anymore, and I very much appreciate it. Thank you for watching, and have a nice day.